Alright kids, another day, another dollar. Oh please. Fucking hell. Spectate! Wow. Fucking hell. Let's get his tape off. And we'll start doing some biscuits. Okay, that's going to work. Should probably bring it down a little bit. Pull out the dustiest bag known to mankind. You can tell how much the biscuit jar gets used. I might actually want the bag for this. Where? Hardcore. No more goddamn repairs. Everything's a bit wonky. I don't like that. I like to mark my corners. Yeah, it's got a real bend on it. Whatever. Right. Thankfully I've got spare bits of wood. Goddamn hardcore. That's actually kind of in the middle. actually not bad. Fine. Didn't I have a clamp like 2 seconds ago? Yes, sir. Biscuit. Nice. Okay. I'm just going to loosely clamp this. Got to remove those. Okay, that works. I need some glue. Where's my glue? Okay, see what I'll do. As per usual. I'm looking pretty good at wiping my fucking. I don't think we need to do both joints, but we're gonna. I definitely want. This is not going the way I wanted to do. I'm fucking throwing glue everywhere, which is not what I really wanted to do right now. rag. I also don't want glue on the fucking middle of the worktop because that means everything will fucking do it. You go in. Nice little bit of squeeze out. Not too much. Not too little. Loosely clean layers. Okay, I want to see this joint. Get the glue off. Actually not bad. Now, the good thing about gluing it on a corner, if I pull it back, I can get clamps right on top on the joint and I can flatten the bastard. Check one last time. Okay, we're good. I can actually clip this right the way down. Show the top of that one. So, that is it. One down, 3 more to go. So I'm actually going to let this glue up. So these are actually Miles Craft clamps. They're actually better when you do them on for shelves and stuff, but they do a pretty good job. I've also got other big clampy things, but it's just easy to do it this way. So one down, I'll let this sit for a couple of hours before disturbing too much, and then I'll go through and I'll start biscuiting this one and biscuit. If you're lucky, I might show it. You might get to see all of the biscuits, but my goal today is to get all of the biscuits done, and then we start on the rungs. So stay tuned. I'll be back in an hour or so. Peace. Do you know what's brilliant? The DJI Osmo, this camera, is a wonderful piece of kit, but there is one fatal flaw with it, and that flaw is if you get the bloody thing, the wide filter that's on it flies off. So I must have knocked the camera at some point on something somewhere, and I've been shooting all of these videos with no wide filter, which is very annoying. Anyhow, back to biscuits. Damn, these are some nice joints. Nope. Nope. How to use a screw? Nope. Nope. Where's the best place to do this? I guess over there. Be smartest I had on the camera. down. Ooh. Ha. Ooh. Ha. Ooh. You can see the travesty of a glue up. I had to pull up the pipe clamps and a hammer to get this done. And yes, there is a small anvil, 2 10-pound weights and 2 5-pound weights actually on this glue up. It didn't go quite as well as I wanted. Let's put it that way. So it's been sitting in clamps for enough time. So I'm going to unclamp. I'm going to see how bad it is. I'm pretty sure, given the overall massive pain in the arse it was to glue up. Oh, this is why I do joint by joint, clamp by clamp. But This channel, if anything, is a learning process. Oh, let's do some colours. It's a learning process for me, probably for you. A sharp reminder of how to not do stuff. This is live, and we'll see if we have any springy joints. Springy joints we can do. Okay. This joint, when I release that plumb, sprung on me. That top corner of that didn't glue. Go down here. Because springy joints I can do with. And this is why friends don't let friends who don't know what they're doing do woodworking. So, yesterday I did a glue up. This joint over here is fine. And I encountered let's call them issues. Normally when I do glue ups like this, I do two corners and then I glue the things together in a diagonal. For some reason I decided to break from that tradition and glue up the three remaining joints at the same time. This obviously, if you see the amount of clamps that I'm taking off, caused a number of issues. Yeah, there's an actual small vice on that as well. This involved me pulling out clamps from everywhere, a pipe clamp, before I took off the other pipe clamps, a number of pipe clamps. Thankfully I had them. And now we get to assess the damage. This joint is okay. I'm happy with that. This joint, apart from a bit of glue spill out, is okay and I can live with it. This joint I'm not happy with, and then this joint here, it's lined up and I can live with. So here's the problem. Out of 4 joints, this one shifted on me and the lines for the wood don't line up how I want them to. This one is a little bit off, but you know what? I can live with it. This one I'm fine, and this one, apart from a bit of sanding, is lined up. But that one over there, I'm not happy with. At all. No sir. This leads me to a number of options. It does have a biscuit in it, but it has also shifted because of my lackluster clamping. It has shifted by about a 1/16 of an inch and the wood doesn't line up. So what I'm considering doing, this one shifted a little bit as well, but you can get away with that one. What I'm considering doing is running one of my flush cut saw through this and then realigning, getting my little Japanese file, which was over here somewhere yesterday. It's here. Getting my Japanese file, running a flush cut saw through this, and then re-gluing it. So cut it, sand it a little bit, re-glue it square, because I don't like it. So hello, Mr. Saw. I thought about this last night, about how I was going to do it. And it's not, I have to admit, it is not the easiest thing to do. Because this could completely fuck up everything. But I'm also not happy with it. So, this might be the end of the game. Oops. This might be, oh, I glued up really well on that side, piece of shit. I should have glue up really well on that side. This might be the end of the game and the start of another series, which is me making if I'm perfectly honest, I could do without having to cut this bloody joint and re-glue it. But done. That's what you get for being impatient. Right. Oh yeah. Beer. So now yeah. If I clamp this correctly with the correct clamp and get some water. It's so bloody open anyway right now. I can get glue on both sides with a paintbrush. If I clamp this correctly, obviously there's a lot of spring because of everything else being under tension. I can get this really, actually really fucking nice. So I'm going to need at least 2 long clamps, which I've got already. Although I've cut the glue, is there any smuts in here? Because glue on glue. That's going to annoy me. So my plan here, and I'll grab the phone and take a photo of, is I'm going to paint glue on either side of that. I'm going to use 2 of my long Bessie clamps to hold it in place, and then I'm going to clamp this thing down to the bench as well. Let me get a paintbrush and let's get this done. Actually, do you know what? We could probably do this over here, so you can actually see a little bit better what I'm doing. This is a learning channel Right. This is the joint we're fixing. So I'm going to put 2 long clamps and then, well, hang on. No, down. We're going to be over here. We're going to put 2 long clamps on it and then we're going to clamp the thing down. That's the plan. That's the plan, kids. Heck yeah, fuck yeah. Nice and flat, not too much pressure. Oh, I'm pretty happy with that. You guys are seeing nothing right now. So let me just pause you. So let's go down here. This joint is good. All of these bits are lined up. Lovely jubbly. That's the one that I just re-glued on the melamine, so that should be pretty cool. This is the first joint I did, which is nice. Bit of sanding, but that's fine. And this one here, is pretty good. I'm okay with that one. A little bit of sanding, but nothing too serious. So that's pretty cool. What's the camera doing? Hey, Mr. Gimbal, wake up. So, there we go for the night. Like, I was hoping to start cutting strips, and I could start cutting strips, but I want this to glue. I don't want to mess around with it. So I completely fucked up. I rushed my glue up, and that joint, when I looked at it this morning, I was like, nah, that's not happening. So if you don't have one, I don't know where I put it. Where's my flush cut saw? If you don't have one of these, camera, you're drunk. If you don't have one of these, get a flush cut Japanese saw. The kerf on the blade isn't that bad. It's nice and thin, and when you knacker a glue joint, you can rip it through, like I just showed. It's not that bad. Could have done without that, but it's fine. It would have driven me nuts. There's a few glue seams that I have to do up, but tomorrow glue seams, and then we start cutting strips. So Monday night, done. I'm gonna go and cook some dinner. Peace. And then there was lights. Right. Let's see if this springs on me. Hopefully it won't. So I can hear myself think. Not good, but I think hopefully the verticals will pull this in. So this looks actually pretty good. I'm going to give it a little sand just to clean off some of the schmutz. This joint glued up really well. The next task is going to be to glue fill some of these cracks quickly, and then we'll get to cutting the actual rungs. This has been a long process. Oops. I'm throwing shit everywhere. I love this sandpaper, but when you drop it, there's a pain in the ass to pick up. So we don't knock the camera over. This big vacuum hose. Whoop! So fail. Absolute fail. Failure of the 10th degree. Let's move you over here, away from the. Let's move you away. There you go. You can sit there. So let's get a little bit of sanding done. Change of plan. I might actually start doing the rungs. This is a really big picture frame. I might start doing the rungs. Get those going. Need some cherry. I might do something crazy, kids. I might make a list. I can just write in short. I just write on the board. Right, cherry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Did I fuck up? Cherry, walnut, cherry, duke, walnut, cherry, the duke. Guess we'll start. Okay, let's start with the middle one. Let's start with the easy ones. Let's start with the less ones. I don't know. Let's get a measure. A thing of measuring on. I want you in inches. So this is about, just about 1 inch. Okay. So I'm going to have to cut these by the look of it. So I'm looking at just about 1 inch blocks, 0.99, whatever. 0.98, 1.07, so that's the biggest one here. So I just want to gauge from 1.01, 1.03. So we're within tolerance of biggest being 1.7, the smallest being 0.99. We're in 0.08 inches, which I will consider as a win. I think that's actually not bad. Let me go feed the cats and I'll be right back. Right. So, I'm going to measure this. It's about 1 inch wide. I'm going to measure the first bit of cherry and then I'm going to do a test of it. So, if my other workbench wasn't quite so covered in absolute shite, I could probably find my tape measure. The other thing, my microphone is dying, so at some point you won't be able to hear me. I have lost my tape measure, and I have like 50 bloody tape measures in this basement. What have I done with the tape measure? I've lost it too. Whatever, this will do. I don't like this, so 50. I don't need the length here, actually the width is like 1 inch, so I need a piece of cherry. So, you sit there. I'm going over here to cut some wood. put hammer to this. Put that's nice and small. I like that fit. That's a good fit. This one is a little bit tight. Sometimes, kids, this is where the Japanese file comes in very handy. Because you very good. Good. around. It's always super hard. So joints, all of these are now nice and beautiful, and we got our first rung, well, first and second rung in, which is good to see. So we're actually making progress. This is the bit where I'm saying it's chunked out. Where I knock that piece of wood in, it's chipped out a little bit, but as this is going to get routed, it's not a problem. These are proud, but I might mill the entire thing with the woodpeckers just to get it all flat again. And yeah, there's a little anvil sitting on that because I've got a bend in the corner, which is annoying me. But I'm hoping that the rungs at the other end, if I keep the weight on it and glue it, might bring it back to square. I don't know, but we will hope. So, thanks for watching, like and subscribe, although there's more to come. Tomorrow night we'll be putting in more rungs, and then probably the night after we'll be putting in more rungs. Oh, it's fucking Groundhog Day again. Peace, see you tomorrow. What about ringing? Right. An update. Whilst you guys were sleeping and I wasn't filming, the gate has progressed, as you can see. Now, because I don't want to bullshit you, and I won't bullshit you, this entire video looks like he's absolutely pissed. Let's fix that. So, I won't bullshit you, mistakes have been made. Well, more mistakes have been made. Let's go with that. Other than the obvious issue of, actually it doesn't look that bad. Fuck it, we'll leave it like that. Other than the obvious mistake of starting this fucking project, let's go through some of the issues I have encountered. I didn't want to put you all through watching me cut wood and stick more braces in. So, that's a bit fucking proud, you bastard. Anyway, Padook. Bit of a pain in the arse, but so this side nice and flat. The gate does have an absolute wiggle on it. Can't fix that. Gonna give up. I have one more Padook and then 4 rungs of walnut to make, which is my plan to get those in and done today. These are obviously proud, which will be a bit of a mill job. There's a lot of, my Dados are good, but they could be better. Now, I can't remember if I filmed it. One of my joints on the corners was absolutely awful, so I did run a flush cut saw through it. I think that was in a video that I've not put out yet, or in a previous segment. But I'm pretty happy with the way this came out. So the plan today, one Padook right up the middle, which is the longest one. I have to cut some wood, and then I've got 4 bits of walnut to do. So I'm going to get those cut now. Then I'm going to get the Padook in. Oh, where's the other mistake? Oh yeah, there was the one. So, then I was putting in this piece of cherry here. It was a bit of a tight dado, and I was being lazy, so I hit it with a hammer. And this entire bit of cherry here with the walnut on it split and fired off. So I had to glue that back in, which is a bit of a pain in the asshole. I had to glue that back in, and then when I put this one in, I was a little bit more loosey-goosey. The other thing I've noticed with Padook is, you'll see here, or is it here? It's probably this one. This one has a big glue bloody stain on it, which needs to get sanded off because the wood decided to split on me. So I've replaced a piece of wood, clamped it down for 6 hours, and it's good. I have a few gaps that need to get filled with some glue, which is the job after I've glued up these. So once I've got all these rungs in, my plan is to get the syringe and do a little bit of syringing. That glue's still nice and soft. Down these gaps to fill them up a little bit on both sides. Then it'll be millet one side, millet the other, and then a whole bunch of routing and a whole bunch of sanding, which are going to be about as much fun. things to take note of next time. Next time, pre-finish all of your rungs so you don't have to sand down this bloody bit. I thought about that ages ago, and I didn't do it because I'm a fucking idiot. But whatever, it's part of the learning process. Next time, I'll get my process down. Okay, so I'm going to go cut some wood. We shall reconvene here when I have some wood, and then you can watch me do some sanding, which is about as interesting as watching paint dry, but you're here to learn stuff. So I need 1 Paduke, 4 walnut. I'll be back in a second. So, obviously, I spared you guys some misery of watching me get all of these rungs in. I was going to film it, but to be honest, it was actually about as much fun as watching actual glue dry. So, all of the... This shit dries really fast. All of the bits, all of the rungs are in. Don't need that much glue, but whatever. So, next job is I'm gonna... You'll probably get a time lapse of this. It's alright, just clean the syringe. So you're gonna get a time lapse of me basically running beads of glue down all these joints. This one gives me the lowest height, so when I do this side 9mm, it goes to that one because there's a slight step there. Alright, so please like and subscribe. See you next time.